Hey everyone, welcome back to Empire Build Academy. Fabian, jumping into top 5 Evony secrets that you may not know on the game in 2026. I've done a couple of videos like this in the past, but I just feel there's been a little bit of an upturn in the people watching, and I always say, even if I can only help out one or two, then my job is done with this video. So these are the top 5 Evony secrets that I believe many people don't know on the game. If you are new to the channel and this is the kind of content that interests you and you want to support the channel, then please do that by subscribing to the channel and also liking this particular video. Let's go straight over to the game now. I'm using the PC version, just going to load that back up, and this is us live. And the first tip that I'm going to show you is actually something that's a little bit interesting because it always seems to mess up for me and I'm not really sure why it does. I'll explain what is messing up, but first of all, let's show you the tip, and it's the rally spot. And if we go into the rally spot and we use March preset, now this is something you may never have used before, so just to explain quickly what the March presets are, they are a chance to set up a certain type of troop formation with your generals that you can send out. So on this one here, this is my monster one on number 1, so it's just sending out my mounted to go and kill monsters at the highest level. On the second one, I actually had this set up a long time ago, haven't done it for a while, but this was for my Arctic barbarians. The third one was for a mounted PvP march, fourth one was range PvP march, fifth one was the ground, and then the sixth one, the last one, I've actually got set up as 30,000 of every single layer, and the idea is behind this is to go and heal layers when I am taking solo attacks in both battlefield and server versus server. Let's go back over to the fourth one, which is the range march. You can see I've got 2,000 of everything in here, and let's just say for argument's sake the meta had changed and people said, oh no, now you need 5,000 of everyone. What we could do is we could go into this and manually change 5,000 on every single one, and yes, I have done this in the past. And if you are someone that's watching this video and thinking, why is there a different way to do it? Yes, there is. What we're going to do is we're going to go down to this bottom icon next to the red reset button. We're going to click on that until we find our full tiers. You can see my full tiers is saying 2,000. So if I was to click on that, it would change everything to 2,000 all the way down. But if I then go back to that same button that's now next to the full tiers 2K in the green box, and I hold it down, that's the key here, hold it down, this lovely little box will pop up here and you can type in 5,000, click on enter, changes this to 5,000, then you can go back into here and change everything to 5,000. I'm not going to obviously save that preset because I've already got it saved up, but this also does work on mini games that also require you to change the layers for the preset. So yes, you can go ahead and use the same tip for them as well. In reference to what the issue I have, sometimes I'll come into here and the top tiers will all be what they are, 5,000, and then all the additional ones added, and then suddenly it'll get down to around about T11 around here, and suddenly these will all be 0 all the way down, and obviously that is messing up a lot of my March rallies, my PvP rallies that I am sending. I don't know why it does it. There's probably a very simple explanation as to why it does it, so if anyone does know the answer to that, why those T10s and below are all of a sudden zeroed out, not only can I provide this tip to help other people out with the button to change all of the layers automatically rather than manually, you may also be able to help me out by explaining as to why that genuinely happens. It's very annoying. I don't know the answer. I've noticed it a few times. So yeah, if anyone does have an answer to that, please do let me know in the comments. So that is tip number 1. Going to do every tip twice, so let's do this again one more time. Let's say we're doing it this time on ground. We are going all the way across. We're going back to our full tiers. We are now at the green box with the 5k in. Hold down the button next to it, brings up the pop-up box, change it to whatever layer you need specifically for that particular preset. Tip 2 is another one that I absolutely love, and I used to do it the old way, so let's show you the old way first. And this is going into your stables and doing that lovely job of training all of your T1, T2, T3. And I know a few people have said in the past they can't be bothered to go ahead and train all of the troops that you need. It's just too long to do, and it is. It really is. If you are not aware, what you need to do is click on train speed up, finish all, and then you would literally complete that process over and over again, and you can see there 33,000 to get to 500 million would take a very long time. We don't need to do that. What I'm now going to do is going to switch over to my mobile and show you on here how this is done. So I'm now going to load this back up. Click on restart there. Okay, so this is the mobile phone now loaded up, and let's show you what we can do with the trained troops faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my home screen, and you'll notice I've got this app up here called Auto Clicker, and that's the one that I want to click on. So I'm going to click on that now. This will then bring up the menu for this. You've got a single target mode. You've also got a multi-target mode. We are going to click on enable. When I click on the multi-target mode enable, you'll notice that I've already got some saved up for troop training, sub-city, blessings, and troops. I'm going to do a new configuration so we can show you exactly how this works. And then with the plus icon, I'm just going to add 3 different ones. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to move these around the screen in preparation for what we're going to do on the Evony game. Going to go back across to the Evony game. This time we're going to go back over to the stables. Click on this, click into train, and this is where the magic actually works. Now I haven't got enough resources, so let me just sort that out very quickly. Otherwise you're not going to see it work properly. I'll just select a bunch of these here. 200 million should do it. Let's come back off that. Now all you need to remember is you are literally going to use this auto click to repeat the functions that you do yourself manually. So what I normally do is I just test to see exactly what I've got to do. So I know I've got to press 1 on train, 1 on training speed up, and then 1 on finish all. So that would tell me number 1 is going over here on train. Number 2 is also going to go on train. That's where I want the second click to happen. And then the third one is going to go on to instant train, which don't worry, it won't be taking the gems. It will be doing the third key stroke on this. So let's do this and now go ahead and press the play button. And there you go. By magic, it's now doing it all for me. I can go and pop off, make myself a nice cup of tea, come back and then see all of these different ones have now. Now, of course, you can also use this for different functions on the game. So as I said, I use it for the sub-city one. So if I need to level up a general and we have a sub-city, we have a gold sub-city that is purely for leveling up generals, rather than me keep clicking the march to go and do it all the time, I've set up a sub-city one that does that automatically for me as well. And it may even be that you use this for other games that you may also play where you think, actually, no, an auto click would work absolutely brilliant. Now, just to show you where you get this from, if we go into the Google Play Store, and this time we're going to go and click on Auto Clicker, which I should already have saved. No, I don't. Auto Clicker, and the one that I have is the True Developers Studio one. That is the auto clicker that I have. Other ones I haven't tried, but I believe they all do work in exactly the same kind of way. In reference iPhones, I don't know. The jury is still out on that. I've seen a lot of people say this isn't available. It doesn't work on iPhone, but I have also seen the odd one that says, no, yes, it is available. All you need to do is ABC. I don't know what ABC is. You may need a bit more technical advice. I don't use iPhone, unfortunately, so I can't give the exact way you would do this on iPhone. It may be one of those you've got to go and Google and sort of do a little bit of research to see if it genuinely is possible. If you're watching this video and you do know that it works and you know how it works, then please do go ahead and place a comment of how to, so that other people can see what and how to do this on iPhone. Okay, now moving on to tip number 3, and we're actually going to stay with the mobile because it is another Google Android app that we're going to download. And right now, as we speak, the event for the pyramids is actually going on. So this is the one where you have to go into treasure hunt and you're literally looking for all of the different ones. Now, of course, some people do have Ice Scout, Truce. I'm not sure. There's lots of different ones out there that you can go and find these automatically. But if you're free to play or you're on a server that no one has that function, there is a better way than going into your world and searching for it in the way that I do it. In fact, actually, let me just remove that. There we go. When we go into the world and we start searching for this, we can do it in the old-fashioned way, which is by going up and down like this. Very, very long, drawn-out process looking for them, and it's an event that I never get involved in. But luckily, there is a better way to do this. This time, we're going to go back into Google Play. It's already here. You can see it's the orientation control that we're looking for. Let's go into this one. Let's change this now to orientation, and you will see it's the Ome one, Ryosuke, that I have installed. Although again, I would imagine the other ones work just as well, but this is the first one that I did. It worked for me straight away, so that is the one I'm going to do. So let's go and open that particular app up, and then what you'll notice is, just going to click on consent there, you will have all of these different orientations that you can have. So you've got the standard portrait one, we've got landscape, we've even got it upside down if we wanted to do it upside down, so you can see my screen will be going in all kinds of different ways. And then all we're going to do is we're going to select it on the landscape one. That is the one that we want. But what we're going to do now, I'm just going to Control S, make my screen big. And then when I go back into Evony on here, as if by magic, we now have this in landscape mode. And this is a much easier way. You've got a much bigger screen, almost zoomed out a little bit as well, to go and look for these different pyramids. But there's another tip, because the last time I actually did this, someone actually gave another brilliant tip on top of this, which I will share. So if I just show you what normally happens, when I go in, you have to almost wait for the land to sort of catch up with yourself. So every second or so, you kind of got to stop, wait, and then see what happens. But someone did mention that all you need to do is open up a teleport like so. There is now my teleport. All I'm now going to do, I'm going to zoom all the way to the end, and you can do it as fast as you like. And let's just stop here. And then again, by magic, if I go back and I start scrolling down, you will see that this is all there. So there is a pyramid straight away. I can continue going down that same path that I've almost unlocked by doing the zoom with the teleport, and this is a much quicker way, a much easier way of finding the pyramids. If you don't have access to additional third-party apps and you want to find the pyramids a lot quicker, then this is definitely a much quicker way of doing it. So again, just to advise, this is an orientation app downloaded from Google, switching it into landscape, and then again, if I would just go over there and just show you on a blank screen, if I was doing this and then moving up, I've got to wait for it to load, but we don't want that to happen. What we do want is to place the teleport, click on teleport, zoom all the way up to wherever you're going. Just remember to keep it in a nice straight line, stop, and then go back on the previous area that you have just done. And there you go, straight away, as if by magic, a pyramid has shown up. So that is for searching for pyramids much quicker. And you can also use, of course, the landscape function for other things within Evony and maybe other games as well. Okay, moving on to tip number 4, and tip number 4 is all to do with an event that we play on Evony called the Horus event, Revelation of Horus. And I just want to make you aware that we can actually have these answers in advance. This here is my Empire Build Academy website that I have built from the ground up, and then all we're going to do is go to the search function. We're going to type in Horus in the search, and then if you go to the other pages one, the blog post one was an older one I did, this one is more up to date. So if we go to the Revelation of Horus one in other pages, click down on here, this will then take you to a page where you will see all of the answers in alphabetical order for you, from elite training all the way down to world season general. And then when that Revelation of Horus starts, it does tell you in advance what that's going to be at reset. So if it was going to be gold galore, you know you would need to be doing the levy gold 15 times, and if it was ready to roll, you know in advance that you're going to be doing the refined general equipment 25 times. So when the Revelation of Horus event is live, go across to empirebuildacademy.com, type in Horus, and get all of those answers for the Horus event straight away. The fifth and final tip, we are going to go back over to Evony now, and this is one of those, it's a sort of you either know it or you don't kind of thing. I think more people do know it now than don't, but I'm still going to mention it anyway. It's worth mentioning, and that is the current event that's going on, which is the Wishful Windmill event. Just going to go all the way down to here, and the reason I want to mention this is because you can see here it says summon the wind 100 times daily to share blessing rewards with allies. But more importantly, if you do summon that wind 100 times, you will also get one general fragment that goes towards getting a premium general. Now when you first start this on day one, if you are free to play, you will find you only have 80. So if you go ahead and use those 80 on day one, you are not getting the general fragment, and then day two you're going to have exactly the same issue as well. So what I would say is day one, do what you need to do to get all of the different wind blessings. Wait until the following day, start on day two, and then make sure you are summoning the wind 100 times and then going and collecting your premium general fragment. And as this event runs for 30 days, you should end up with enough fragments for a premium general token at the end. So that is all 5 of the different ones. We started off with the rally spot and holding down to change all of your layers. We then moved across to the train troops faster using an auto clicker that is available on Google Android. Again, I'm not 100% sure if this is available on iPhone, so someone can clarify that in the comments. The third one was actually another Android app, which was a orientation app where we can switch from portrait into landscape mode, and then we can search for the pyramids much quicker. And we can also do that much quicker with the additional tip on top of that, where we place down the teleport and zoom all the way to the top. top all the way back, and then everything is all open for you. Much quicker way of doing things. Finished off with the Wishful Windmill event and showing you and making sure that you are getting all of the fragments that you can for the premium general from there. And the final one, this is a little bonus one, I'm going to say just because there are some people that know this, and again there's some people who don't. I actually haven't done this because it is something that I keep forgetting is available, and that's going into your skill book shops, going into your duty generals, and actually using these different skill books that are available for your duty generals. Your duty generals are the people that are in charge of all the different buildings. So if you've got a research factory officer and you then went ahead and purchased this for 3,000 gems, you can then add this skill book to your research factory officer, and it will give you increased attacking siege machine defense by 2% when general is the research factory officer. And there's plenty of them in there. This one is for the hospital officer. This one is for the forge officer, and I'll buy this one just as an example. Increase in rally ground troop defense. Let's buy this. Confirm. Just going to go back into that because I can't remember who it was for, and it was for the forge officer. It helps if you remember who they are for. So I'm going to go into the forge. Actually, I'm not going to go there. That's not the best way to do it. Go into your generals, go into your duty, look for your forge officer within here. Actually, I might not even have a forge officer. I don't. There you go. So that is no use to me, but the idea is, in fact, no, I am going to go and get one that I do know I have. Let's go into duty. Let's click onto refresh, and academy officer, 100% got one of them. Let's go and click on this 3,000, buy that, go across to my generals in the breakdown. Duty generals, academy officer is what I'm looking for. That will be Uljai Mundiok. Click onto him, and then we can go into his skill book options, and then if we go into special, and you can see here that I've got the academy officer and the forge officer. The forge one is of course not going to work, so that would be pointless. Let's try that. 0% chance because it's not going to happen, but I can use this one, and we can actually, I'm just going to see if that one just genuinely works. Just really intrigued. Okay, it does randomly put it on there, but of course I'm assuming, unless there's some random bug on Evony, that this one here, the forge officer one, is not going to work. Interesting. Let me know in the comments. But what I should be adding is this one here, which is the range troop attack academy officer. That's the one that I want to add, and you can see that's actually overwritten the forge one. And now I have the 2% attacking range troop attack buff attached to this via the skill book on the academy officer. There are plenty more tips that I could share, but I thought I'd do just the 5 ones that are my favorite, my personal favorites. If you are wanting to see even more, there are some videos. I don't know how old they genuinely are. Might be a little bit outdated. Maybe I do need to do a new one with the top 10, maybe even the top 20. Do let me know if you want to see those additional ones, and also if you have your own ones that you would like to share that maybe I don't know and other people don't know as well. Remember, I'll always say I will never change. You guys are the expert. It's your input that makes us all stronger. You've definitely made me stronger. That is 100%. So definitely put in the comments anything else that you know, and I will leave it there, and I will look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.